Hey, welcome to Not So Complicated, and today we are doing something different like USMLE Match 2025 detailed analysis and also future projections. And if you want to know which residencies were toughest to crack and also which residencies went unfilled, like the seats went unfilled, we will know in a few seconds. So stay with me and let's begin. So basically, the 2025 USMLE match was the biggest in history with some shocking twists, and we are dividing it into sections like section 1, match 2025 by the numbers, and section 2, and section 3, and section 4, what scores will get you which residency. We'll talk about everything. Be patient, and this is the only video you will be needing. So let's begin. In section 1, we will talk about Match 2025 by the numbers. There were total applicants of 52,498, which is a 4.1% increased from 2024, and active applicants, which are submitted rank order list, are 47,208, and total positions offered were 43,237 because 4.2% were increased from 2024 because of the new specialties that USMLE offered. So the field positions were 40,764, that is 94.3% is fill rate, and the unfilled positions, that the seats or the positions went vacant, are 2,473 via SOAP. Via SOAP there were 2,521 offered, slight decline from 2024, and the programs, there were 6,626 certified programs or tracks, which is plus 231 from 2024. So the new specialties that USMLE offered this year in 2025 was public health or preventive medicine, and then occupational or environmental medicine too, right? So we will talk about it in the applicant breaker, right? So this SOAP, if you are confused, this SOAP is supplemental offer and acceptance programs. This the program that is a different thing. So 2521 positions were offered via SOAP in there. So basically applicant breakdown is done. So USMD seniors, like 20,368 were active, that is 93.5% of match rate was there in USMD seniors. And also in DO seniors, there were 8,392 active, that is 92.6% match rate, all-time high with plus 0.3% from 2024. And US immigrants, international medical graduates, there were 4,587 active and 67.8% match rate was there. And in non-US international medical graduates like every other countries, the medical graduates from every other countries, there is significant increase in family medicine matches, that is 801 in 2025 versus 562 in 2023. So match rate is increasing in non-US IMGs too. So in section 2 we will talk about most competitive residencies in 2025. Number 1 was plastic surgery, and this is on the basis of the total amount of seats available, and also what how many seats were fulfilled, and competency, right? So the first was plastic surgery integrated. There were 92% US MD or DO seniors, near 100% fill rate was there because the limited sports of 200. And in orthopedic surgery, there were 90% of US MD or DO seniors and 100% fill rate, high demand for surgical prestige obviously. And then obstetrics and gynecology was the other. 90.1% of USMD or DO seniors, 98% fill rate was there, driven by reproductive healthcare debates post Dobbs 2023, right? And in otolaryngology, that is ENT, 100% fill rate was there. First time matches from schools like Carly, Illinois, and then high innovation appeal. Fifth one is dermatology, which is historically competitive in this case, and 90% is USMD or DO seniors, and lifestyle and compensation are the obviously determining factors for this competency. Right, so neurosurgery was also one of the most competitive residencies in 2025, but it went vacant for 3 seats, and we will talk about it later why the seats goes vacant in these matches, even if there are people who don't match. So basically, why is this competition? Because of prestige and pay, obviously. Dermatology and plastics offer high earning potential and work-life balance. And there are limited spots like Ortho and ENT have very few programs, creating bottlenecks, right? And there is cultural shifts in the case of obs gyne, that is surge due to advocacy around reproductive rights attracting mission driven applicants, right? So this is why it is competent. So in section 3 we'll talk about vacant seats and SOAP. Why unfilled positions? Like 2473, that is 5.7% of total, with 2521 offered via SOAP, that is down 54 from 2024 were unfilled positions, right? So there are specialties with most vacancies, which is family medicine, 5357 positions, 85% fill rate was there, and 803 was unfilled. In 803 positions were unfilled from in family medicine residency. And in internal medicine residency there were 11,750 positions offered, and 96.8% fill rate was there, with 400 positions unfilled. Why this unfilling occurs? Why people don't match and still this unfilling occurs? Because of the qualification. The USMLE requires qualification, not the seats. The seats doesn't get provided the seat doesn't get provided because there are seats. The seats get provided to you because you are qualified to get into that seat. So in pediatrics, there were 3,193 positions, and there was 95.3% fill rate, and 150 went unfilled. So why vacancies occur? Most common reason is primary care of oversupply, that is massive expansion, plus 144 family medicine, plus 679 internal medicine positions were there in 2025 compared to the previous years, right? So that outpaced applicant interest. And the other reason is perceived challenges like lower reimbursement, burnout fears, and mid-level encroachment deter applicants from primary care. And in international medical graduate dynamics, US international medical graduates matched less in family medicine under 23 from 2024, while non-US IMGs filled gaps plus 239. And there is geographic preferences too. That is rural or less desirable locations often go unfilled. That is another reason, right? And also SOAP limitations. Only 35% of top applicants USMLE seniors secure SOAP positions, limiting field success. So let's go into the section 4 that we have in here, that is specialty trends and surprises. Emergency medicine rebound, that is in 2023 there was 81.8% fill rate only, with 554 unfilled seats, right? But in 2024 the fill rate increased to 95.5%, and in 2025 the fill rate again increased to 97.9%. There were 3068 positions offered and 3003 were matched. So why is this happening? This is happening because of increased DO seniors and IMGs are filling gaps post-COVID recovery in emergency medicine appeal. So also applicant growth. In section 5 projections for 2026, Match 2026, you should expect that there would be 54,000 applicants, contrast to 2025, that is plus 3 to 4%. So competition obviously increases in our upcoming USMLE exam too, driven by DOE school expansion, because in USA there are DOE school which are getting more and more seats and they are getting expanded, and also international medical graduates applications are increasing because the foreign trend is increasing, right? So in position growth there would be maybe plus 3% of positions growth. So proportionate growth of applicant and position would be there, most probably, right? So basically 44,500 positions might be there, but primary care expansion may slow if 2025 vacancies persist. And then also competitive specialties. So plastics, ortho, ENT, dermatology, obs-gyne remain ultra competitive due to limited spots and also high demand, right? So in interventional radiology and neurosurgery, they also may rise as tech-driven fields gain traction in recent years. And in primary care challenges, family medicine and internal medicine may see more vacancies unless reimbursement or lifestyle improves. So basically the solution is that programs may target international medical graduates or offer loan forgiveness to attract US graduates. That can occur. So for IMGs, it may be tougher time and again, but you will do it, you can do it. So the tips for applicants here is you have to boost your USMLE step 2 CK score, average 245 for IMGs in competitive specialties, and also secure strong letter of recommendations early, June to July. So, and then research experience for competitive fields like plastics, ENT, and neurosurgery. You need research applications or research experience, and you have to publish research papers in renowned publishers, and you have to do that because it will strengthen your CV, right? And that will increase the chance of getting matched in the thing that you want. So in section 6, we'll talk about scores and corresponding residencies, right? So in neurosurgery, the mean step 2 CK score was 255 in USMD seniors and 248 in matched overall cases. So 248 can match neurosurgery, but with limitations like research paper publications. So the range is 245 to 265, that is 75th percentile is 260. And in international medical graduate means, that is 246. Rare matches, almost 5% of sports. So for international medical graduates, matching into neurosurgery is very, 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 very tough. So you have to prepare accordingly. And why high? Because limited spots, only 240 spots of neurosurgery residency are there in whole over USA, and this is very research heavy. Average 25.5 research products and prestige require top scores. And also we will talk about how to write research paper as a USMLE applicant, right? How to write and publish if you want to pursue USMLE in your future series. So we will talk about this in our upcoming videos, so you better subscribe. I'm so sorry, that was not our order. You better subscribe because you will be getting a lot of valuable informations in here. And also we are doing USMLE step 1 study with me series. We are solving daily cases, clinical cases, so you might want to subscribe and be and build a community with us. So in plastic surgery integrated, the mean score was 257 in USMD, 251 in overall. The range was 247 to 267. The 75th percentile 262, and IMG mean was 248. And in orthopedic surgery, the mean was 255 USMD and 249 for overall. Range is 245 to 265, and IMG mean is 245. And in otolaryngology, that is ENT, the mean score is 255 in USMD and 248 in overall. Range 245 to 263, and IMG mean 246. So otolaryngology, there is a decreasing trend of scores there, right? So in dermatology, 256 USMD, 250 overall, 246 to 266 is range, and IMG mean 247. In obs gynae, IMG mean is 240, and other scores you can look at that. And in emergency medicine also you can look at that. IMG mean is 235, so it is relatively easier to match into emergency medicine. And in internal medicine, IMG mean is 235. Family medicine, IMG mean is 230, so it is relatively easier to match into family medicine if you want to do that. And also there is work-life balance, right? And in pediatrics, there is 232 IMG mean. And the key insights are that competitive specialties like neurosurgery, plastics, ortho, ENT, derm require higher scores, ideally greater than 255 for USMD or DO seniors, and also IMGs. I will tell that. And in IMGs, we will be needing 10 points higher than US seniors for competitive specialties due to visa and program biases. The research boost, high scores alone aren't enough for neurosurgery. 5+ publications or presentations are critical. So we will talk about how we will write research papers in our upcoming future, right? So all the best for your math journey, and subscribe, and thank you for being with us. That's it.